Oh, my other video just went off, so I don't really know how much I got on it. And I got a phone call, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up. This is sick, what I've been through in my life. And to be having to go through this conversation and what happened. I put up what happened, um, and it's a guy that works through LOA. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not supposed to put this up on LOA. Can anybody in their right mind even comprehend how I could have made all this up about me being all of this has happened? And this is the very same stuff I've been going through. I didn't break the law. It's been broken against me over and over. Oddly enough, I was just on YouTube where I had put this up, and some couple of comments made back of friends on there that wanted to know the name of the grocery store where it happened and the cab company and LOA, and they were going to call because it made them angry what happened to me. Now then, I reported this to nobody else. I mean, the cops aren't going to do anything about it. I can't get attorneys, not in this, in any of the mass stuff that's happened to me and my children. So, it's a joke, a sick joke. Now then, they called me, oddly enough, while I was on YouTube, texting this lady that wanted the number, and she was upset that they were doing it to me. This had happened. So, with the cab driver. So now then I get a phone call and yesterday afternoon, I guess it was, I called LOA and I told Kathy about what had happened. And I told her, I said, I didn't call the police. What would I tell them? They wouldn't listen. They wouldn't anyway do anything. Um, and then suddenly, Elaine, who's the manager, comes on the line. And they're saying I've changed my story. Well, first of all, what happened was I talked with Kathy yesterday. I told her exactly what happened. And the cab driver what happened. And I told her that he had, if you want to call it groping, he sure touched me inappropriately. And he wasn't in the yellow cab. Now, if yellow cab and all these people want to deny me a ride, and that's what I was just told by LOA that called me. And I'm going to put it up. This is to have to sit here and go through my life at almost 80 years old and take this crap is beyond belief. First of all, when they called me, LOA, Kathy and Elaine got on the line and said I had changed my story. Haven't changed it at all. Not one iota. It happened because Kathy was going to put it in the file like you stop and think like I got to hide it. What if this happened to some other person? And you don't have a defense. I don't know what he did. The vulgar song, he was listening to the music, and this man groped me before, if you want to call it that. It wasn't nice. He should have been locked up then. I didn't report it. And but this time, that really bothered me because I don't know what he did. I was out, and it had double vision. And I've told all this. I had a prepaid card that I had to get my phone back. Oh, it wasn't off, but it was going to be cut off. And I couldn't even see. And then my glasses were gone. And couldn't find my glasses. So anyway, I'm telling this to Kathy, and I went up to the desk and to get her to read the number off so I could call the prepaid and get my phone so it wouldn't be cut off. And I told her a bit of what happened. Then I come back and I put my groceries up, and I couldn't find my glasses either, besides being disoriented in double vision. So now then I put a few groceries up because I had some fish. I was afraid it was going to ruin frozen fish. And the glasses were in the bag of groceries. And I even put this up because I go to YouTube and Facebook. Now then my Facebook, somebody's logging in from somewhere where it's an hour from in another time zone logging in, and my Facebook is messed up. And my Gmail is messed up. It's got something on it. I guess I'm lying about this, right? I haven't lied. That's the sad part. And you know what? Quite frankly, I'm not going to put up a word here, but there's been too much done to me and my children. I cared about people, and what have I got for it? Except some people on YouTube. So help me God, Anyway, I'm going back and forth because I'm upset. Sitting here. Anyway, LOA when they call. So I'm jumping back and forth because I'm upset. Who wouldn't be? This would be enough to upset anybody. When they call me, evidently I had emailed somebody. I'm gonna go back. It wasn't emailing her. I put it on. I didn't tell anybody else but this. I probably put it up on YouTube. I did that. So maybe she got from that. I don't know. She said that somebody from North Carolina, which I did not email, I text her. To be honest with you, I don't know that I told her all this. I may have about what happened on that. What's wrong with me telling her? That's the point. Okay. So now they say, when Kathy called me, she said, I thought you weren't going to tell anybody else this. I said, what do you mean? I didn't tell the cops. It wouldn't have done any good. And she said, no, we got an email from somebody you talked to in the Carolinas, and she's all upset that this is happening to you. So I'm defending myself because I reported it to LOA. Are you getting this? I put a video up and it went off, so I don't know how much, but I put it up here enough. And anyway, the point, when they talk to me, you got both of them. One of them, Elaine, who I don't have that much contact with at all. She's the manager. She got on the phone. But anyway, what they said to me was that my story had changed. My story hasn't changed a bit. I told that the cab driver, if you want to call it groping, pinching, twisting is more like it, over the console, the sorry sot. And then I've ridden with him before. None of that happened. I would sit in the back seat. But when that happened, he was in his own vehicle. Now then, because I told this girl on texting, and I know I texted her, I'm going to look back and see, I may have mentioned it. But that was nice of her. In fact, I was on YouTube talking to some back and forth on YouTube with a lady, not talking, but typing back and forth, and she wanted the number so she could tell them off. And by that time, I got the call from Kathleen at LOA, League of Older Americans, and they were telling me that I shouldn't have told her. She said, you told me you weren't going to tell anybody else. I don't remember saying anybody else. I don't know that I said that. I might have. After she said she was going to put it in the file and she was going to check and see the name of this man that did this, the driver. So now then, she's called me. She's got this email from this friend up in North Carolina that I did text message yesterday. What's wrong with me telling her? What I told Kathy was I had not turned it over to law enforcement because they're not going to do a darn thing. So now then, I get a call today blasting me. It was so odd. It was in between me talking with someone again on YouTube that was upset, and they wanted to call on my behalf. And here I get this call from LOA is supposed to take care of the elderly. And here's what they're saying. They can call me a liar if they want to. If this is ever told, well, I'd be dead almost. So what's the point anymore? My children, all of it, called a liar. I'm not going to forgive. This has gone too far. Okay. It boils down to she puts me on with Kathy, and Kathy puts me on with Elaine, the manager. Evidently, she got the email. Well, she should have got some off of YouTube For God's sake, if they don't know I put it on YouTube, all this, then they're deaf, dumb, and blind. That's all I got to say. Um, anyway, it turns out that this new driver is coming in, and I guess I'm a liar if I say something about what this new cab company, they only have one cab. If they think this is funny, it's not. Anyway, it's boiled down to they said something about, well, he's new. I won't tell you the kind of cab that he's supposed to be driving, which is odd in itself. It's a I won't even try. I won't even try. I mean, you don't go riding around in this kind of vehicle, but hey, she'd call me a liar. Anyway, she's saying, well, why did they say, I didn't, that's the only time I've ever said anything except the one time about the coffee over all the years of Yellow Cab that I've ridden Yellow Cab. When I had the money, I might say. And that's quite a few times over. It spans out all the years. But anyway, back to the point, if I can get there. Boils down to they were mad because she said, what Kathy said, I guess Elaine will get on this one. Maybe they should fire Elaine, you think? Elaine was mad because she got the email from the person up in the Carolinas that was blasting them for what had happened. So now then, they're telling me that now they're afraid to, this guy's only got the one cab, so he probably wouldn't always be able to take me for my rides. I get about 4 a month, and I pay $5.50 toward whatever they pay. And that maybe I shouldn't, they shouldn't, and I said, what are you saying, that I would be without any rides? She said, well, Yellow Cab, if they know that you're telling this, they're not going to want you to ride with them anymore. They might say you're lying about it, would lie about other drivers. Are you getting this? Never, never. And I told Kathy, and I did try to tell LOA that's the Yellow Cab drivers out the airport is Airport Limo Service is who does this for LOA, the rides. She's saying that nobody will want me to ride with them, and that my story's changed on what happened. And then Elaine, it's almost like taunting me. Anymore, if this is ever over and told, horrific crimes involved in my whole life, what was done to me, not this episode. I mean, it's bad enough. You got LOA. I haven't changed my story about that at all. The man, if for the lack of a better word, groped me, the sorry sot. And about 4 rides or 5, maybe 6. God, I didn't know I was going to have to go back and count it. Anyway, this time I'm in the back seat, and this happens. The ugly, vile record that he switched from the front to the back where it's blasted me when it started. It was awful. And quite frankly, I went out then. Whatever he did, whether it was a smell, there was a slight smell, but it wasn't all that bad. But I remember there was a smell in there, whether it's stuffiness or what. And I remember he had a briefcase lying there that looks just like a briefcase I've got over here. And I thought, wow, there's 2 of them like that. Anyway, the next time I came through, we had only gotten down Plantation Road. For anybody that knows where Holland's Kroger is, go ahead and tell it. That's where he picked me up. I only got down Plantation Road, and that's when I passed out. That happened. I don't know what he did. I hope to God the sorry sot didn't touch me. I never said he did. He did get a hold of my phone. He deleted where I called LOA to come and pick me up. Why would he do that? I didn't know you could delete off of my phone numbers off when they've called and you've called. And also the glasses. Now I won't repeat about the glasses again. I'm tired of being called names when I've done nothing but tell the truth, so help me God. being called up by LOA, back and forth, and calling me a liar and may not. Well, that's call me a liar. Well, you changed your story, and they're not going to want you to ride with Yellow Cab again if they hear you've accused one of their drivers. And now they tell me on one point Kathy didn't know who the driver was. I think I'm correct. Excuse me if I don't get every little dot in there. I dotted. I pretty much have though. And he's got a perfect record. Now, Elaine says, I'm going to forget that. I think she said they didn't know who it was. I don't know. You can't try keeping and I have pretty much down to the penny kept it straight. Why am I defending myself here? The man did this. Elaine asked me, well, what did he do to you? I told her something happened. I hadn't drank anything up at the desk when I went up there because I couldn't see to make the phone call to keep my phone on. The prepaid card. I couldn't see the number to call. So I went up there and I told her I was disoriented. It's right after I got out of his cab. And I've already told all this. I'm not going to tell it again. There's no need. Now then, they called me back after telling me I probably wouldn't have a ride with LOA anymore or with Yellow Cab. And then I get a call and said, well, they're going to, like they're doing me this big favor. Well, I can't put a backpack on anymore. I used to do that and go and live on the Appalachian Trail. I guess they're going to lie about that. And they were told not to help me. No one was supposed to help me. And by God, they did. And I almost lost my legs up there rather than being on the side of the road getting raped. So I pray to God that this man did nothing more than take my phone, and why would he do that? Delete my phone call to the cab company. He took my glasses, and I don't know what happened. I have a feeling something did. I hope to God that he didn't touch me, the sorry. That's enough. So far she called me back. Well, maybe after putting this up, I won't. That I have the ride to go get my medicine and get some things at Kroger. God help me if I've got the money, right? Whoopee. I wouldn't have had anything if a few people hadn't sent me stuff over the last couple of months, some clothes, and God bless you, Beverly, and I really mean that. So I'm going to get off of here now. This is enough. Maybe... Well, I better not say that either. I started to say maybe everybody on YouTube should I'm going to stop here because something sure happened. And why did he put that vulgar sick? Of course, I can't prove that either. The lapse time in between and my phone, he had to have access to my phone to delete the number. Why delete it? Why all this happened? And they accuse me that I might say about this new driver that's got this. I'm afraid to say it. I'm trying to laugh. It's so ludicrous. What was it she told me? I haven't ridden in my husband back when he had the company in 72 and 73. The double net. We did have some really nice cars, and we had what was it, Continental? I can't remember now. Anyway, can you see? And this is supposed to be a joke. I laughed to get through it. But I forgot what she said he was going to pick me up